In terms of will the price of oil go higher and what is the effect on the economy, the good news is that there is spare capacity in the world. And so far, the actual hit to production has been relatively modest. We've lost about 500,000 to 1 million barrels a day of production out of Libya. This can be replaced by OPEC. It can be replaced by Saudi Arabia. They have about 3.5 million barrels of spare capacity in Saudi Arabia alone, about 5 million barrels of spare capacity for all of OPEC. So as the current geopolitical status exists in the Middle East, so far this is manageable. The risk, of course, is that it doesn't end in Libya. And if you have disruptions, more unrest in countries that have a higher oil production, places like Iran, Iraq, and of course the big one is Saudi Arabia, this becomes more of a problem. If it doesn't spread, I think oil probably trades at or below the current level, which will be good news for the global economy. Now, the fortunate thing is that at these levels, so far the disruption to the U.S. economy is minimal. You're probably going to shave about a quarter point from GDP in 2011 due to higher oil prices. So a modestly slower economy, but certainly not something that in itself is going to put us back in a double dip. That said, some segments of the economy are more vulnerable than others. In particular, consumption, personal consumption is likely to drop. The consumer is already fragile. Consumers in the U.S. spend a disproportionate amount of their income on gasoline. So as a result, that marginal money that's going for gasoline that you're paying at the pump is going to come out of discretionary spending. Typically, it hurts apparel makers, restaurants, department stores, those types of retailers that are selling things you don't have to have.
Call 1-800-iShares to request a prospectus, which includes investment objectives, risks, fees, expenses, and other information that you should read and consider carefully before investing. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal.